Okay. Bad football. Credit Baylor. Thought Coach Randa and their crew, they were ready to go. They soundly beat us in every phase. I could sit up here and talk a lot, but y'all watched it. That's what it was. From the point in the third quarter where we botched the onside kick, the game was never close. And we did not block them. We didn't consistently block them. And we never covered them. So it's pretty simple. If you can't block them on offense and you don't cover them on defense, it's going to be a long day. And it was a disappointing performance. Bad football. And we weren't very good today. That's the difference between this game and the rest of them. The rest of them, we've had a chance. Fourth quarter, we didn't get it done today. But, after about 5 or 6 minutes in the third quarter, we were never in it. And so disappointing, but credit to Baylor. They played solid today. They did a really good job of moving around defensively. I think that Petrie and Bernard are really good, but those other guys are the ones that made a bunch of plays today, and we didn't foresee that, so credit to them. Nah, we just got exposed a little bit. We've defensively we've played above average at times, but we haven't been very consistent, and we've struggled with coverage. And they came out and they hadn't shown the ability early to do that as far as throwing the football, but they did today. And Bohannon's played well. He hasn't hurt him. I still think he hadn't thrown an interception all year. And we haven't covered Thornton yet. He may still be running out there wide open, and played soft. Our underneath defenders didn't do a very good job getting out in the flats. We made it really easy for him to pitch the ball out there and complete it. Yeah, he was not healthy. I'll kind of leave it at that. Nah, 0. Honestly, 0. That's not negative on him. I mean, Jackie Matthews has been splitting time there at the Spear anyway, and Jackie practiced there all week. Scotty didn't practice all week, so Jackie got all the reps. And I don't mean that as a discredit to Scotty, but our inability to cover didn't have anything to do with him not playing. Yeah, we didn't block them. We didn't block them. In particular, our right side. It doesn't matter if you're going to run or pass. When you lose one-on-one battles over and over and over again, it's going to be hard. And there's some fundamental issues there. There's some things that they did to take advantage of some good matchups, and we just didn't play very well. And but if you look at it, I don't know if there was a time where we had more than 1 or 2 plays in a row where we blocked them. And they weren't sending a bunch. You're talking about five guys. It's pretty much what they did, simulated pressures. I think it's hard to sit here and talk about improvement when you put that on video today. And I think that's what I would say. I'd love to sit here and tell you, hey, we're getting better, but we got exposed today at those positions, and we didn't play very well in the first half at those positions last week as well. Wyatt was hurt; he didn't play because he wasn't 100%. And I don't think it's fair to a true freshman who's going to have a great career here to put him out there in that situation where he wasn't full speed. Because I think at that point you lose a player's confidence. And I wasn't going to do that with him. He was probably 75, 80%. And he would have helped us. But I don't think that's not fair to him. This is a long-term deal, and he's going to play. He's going to start on this O-line for a long time, and it wasn't fair to him today. So when he does play, I think that's going to help us. It's hard to tell when you're not watching it, Kevin. You know what I mean? It's hard to tell. I would say when you get beat like that, it's probably not what you want. But when you're on the sideline, I don't want to sit here and throw bullets when it's hard to watch from the field level sometimes. I don't think that we chased the ball defensively as well as we have in the second half. But I can talk about that on Tuesday, and I'll give you an honest assessment on Tuesday. But it wouldn't be prudent for me to do it now. Yeah, to be honest with you, I think it's completely. And I think it's poor officiating. But I'm not going to get into it. Had issues, but I'm not. It's better for me not to talk about it. I'll say that. Okay, but I'm not real pleased with that aspect either. Well, we gotta solve some issues. The if you look at it through 5 games, we've been right there, and so we haven't been far off. But today was a totally different story. So I think everything's on the table. Um, but Baylor's got a good football team, all right, and they got some momentum early in the season, and they've got it rolling, and they played really well here at home. Beat a quality Iowa State team here, but they played well, but we didn't do enough to compete at this level. And so when that happens, everything's on the table. And so, be honest, going to get away. Players and coaches get away for about 48 hours. We'll come back on Tuesday and get back to work with some plans on how to fix what happened today. Well, we weren't productive, the guys in front of them. And defensively, one of our major issues is the lack of depth. And we're not very deep. We lack numbers. And that's not an excuse. I'm just telling you that's what our issue is. We don't have very good numbers on that side of the ball, especially in the secondary. And so D-line wise, those guys have started to show in Monday Night Football and some other things that they're ready to play. So we got them out there. How they played, we'll see. I thought they did some good things in the fourth quarter. I think Baylor played their first group out there for a long time, and we played most of the at the end of the third into the fourth with our subs, just because I want to see what the guys can do. What our ones have been putting out there that wasn't good enough, so I want to see what they can do. So I'm that's the one piece of film I'm looking forward to evaluate is some of those guys that subbed in the fourth quarter on defense. I think that we got issues to fix. And the more time you have to fix those, I think it's better. And we're beat up. And we got like 66 guys on the trip. We're down scholarship numbers anyway. We were out 66 guys on the trip. We had to play a ton of guys. So we're beat up pretty good. Nothing major. Probably emotionally beat up more than anything because things haven't gone very well the last 3 weeks. And so I think the bye week hits at a good time. And like I said, we got issues to fix. And so the more time we have to do it, the better.